Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ademola Badmus. If this is your first time, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also like this video if you find it helpful. So in the last video I said we're going to start creating our custom commands. So what we're going to do is we're going to import the few commands that would help us. We do not need all that, so that's why I deleted the Cypress few command. So we'll put this inside our commands folder, and let's create our first folder for the custom commands. Let's say custom login. Let's just do this custom login, and inside custom login we put a new file there and say maybe standard. Since it's for standard user, standard.actions.js. Let's name it that way. Those are the actions. So what we need to do here, we need to get the path of this file, and we open our index. Like I've explained all of this in my previous videos, so please if you've not seen the previous video, please watch that. Oh god, do that. So let's copy that again. We may not necessarily even need to copy that, so let's just make it ourselves. So the dot folder, this is where we're going to custom login, then standard actions. So we have the file that we need. So what this means essentially, like I've explained in the other folder, is that when it comes into the support folder and it checks the commands to see if there are commands to run, and it sees this, it already understands the cosmic config will just help it to load itself, and we begin to load any files here as a command file. Any file that is here, it will load the commands inside it. So now that we have created that, let us we don't need this for now. Also, one thing that I usually do as a form of best practice in the support folder, even if we don't have a before each yet, we create an onConfig where we try to catch uncaught exception. Uncaught exception. I prefer the arrow function, so I'm not going to go with the regular function. So I'm going to put the arrow function there, and we tell it to return false. Pardon me. So with this done, I believe we'll be able to catch any uncaught errors moving forward. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of things and move into our action folder. So what we want to do is let's first create this commands one after the other. So we do a Cypress command dot add. So we'll put the name of the command here. The first one is, let's just address each action. Type launch page. Let's do launch page. So in launch page, we'll create our arrow function, and we'll do this, and we'll call that cy.visit. Because of this front, this forward slash, it will just check it will check our Cypress.json file to know what URL to visit. So the next one we are going to do is insert username, right? And this time we just get the field for username. Let's quickly run what we had before so it can show us something. I just want to quickly run through this because I would not want us to waste our time. Let's run and see. Not so confident about my internet tonight, or is this something else? So let's wait and see. Yeah, it has loaded it. So let's just quickly pick the username and password fields, and as well as the login. That's the username field. I have never used this before in any of my videos. It isn't as if it's a bad practice, but it is not expected to be reliable at some point, especially when you are testing an application that does not have reliable element identifiers. You would find yourself in a lot of issues while trying to run that. So now that we've copied what we need, for the username we need to get the username field, which is this is username field. We can do some form of explicit weights while we should maybe it should exist as a DOM. Then we can use the AND command to chain another verification, like okay, it should be, let's say, visible, should be visible. Then if it exists and it is visible, what should we do? We should type the password standard user. All right, as you can see, we've not used the fixtures folder for anything, so we'll still do that. We'll still get to use the fixtures folder. I would probably just automatically do that because we already have previous videos that responds to that. So probably in the next video you would have seen me tidy this up using a fixtures folder. If you want to know how to use a fixtures folder, please watch the previous series. Thank you very much. So with this, let's copy and paste again to make this faster. So this time is insert password, and here we are going to put the password element identifier, and we can leave that too. And this time around we call this secret source as it is stated on the page, and the last part of it we will do click login button, click login button. All right, so this would be data test login. So this time around we are not typing. What we are doing is we are clicking. We're going to click, and this will do it. So last but not the least, we have to verify that the products page exists. So we can say verify product page. So we are creating specific command for each of the steps. So this one sort of goes another way to explain to the user what we are trying to do. So let's just try to log in standard user, and let's verify the product space. This is the product here, so let's inspect the element. So we click to check that this span exists. That's class title, so I can check with my CSS and expert checker and check if title has only one match and it contains product. Okay, so let's get done. So inside here, to verify the product, we'll put the class ID, that is a title, and instead of just checking if it exists, we should be saying if it exists, yeah. And this we can now say, instead of saying visible, we will say it should have dot text, and the value of the text should be products. All right, and we do not need to type anything. So we've created all the steps. So let's insert it as it comes. Given we're on the site, we'll be using launch page. Is that the one we have here? Let me check our standard actions again. We have launch page, yes. And the next one, in no particular order, 6 CY, click login button. Do not forget they are a command, so you represent them as a function. See our standard actions, that is it, login button. We can just make things faster. Copy, and copy. So as you see, the products page will be cy dot verify products page. That's the step. Remember that we did not follow the same step here. We didn't follow the arrangement, but I was only trying to prove to you that regardless of the arrangement, this takes precedence. So it will just look for where the step is in the step definition file. So it doesn't have to be the same arrangement. So insert standard username. So we're going to do cy dot insert username and close it that way. And this one is going to be cy insert password. So this done. Yeah, let's check. We have everything imported correctly. We actually do not need this comments, and also we can also remove them. Yeah, as we are done here, let's put some space in between the both of them, and let's run our test again. I guess our test should have even run. Oh, it has stopped itself. I hope this is not a cookie issue. Let's run it. So let's see this. Fingers crossed. We're looking at it. As you can see, it is running and everything works. So that is how to run it. So in the next video, I would have refined this, and I would essentially create you can see the steps I used. So in the next video, I will just create one of it all over again to refresh our brain, because we still need to do a locked out user, a problem user, and a glitch user. So I will create their steps, the step I will create their step scenarios in a separate file, and I also create their folder in a separate file. But in other videos, we'll still visit how we can optimize all the steps that we've done, so that we can use just one single feature file to run all 4 tests by writing 4 separate scenarios. And we'll look at how we can reuse those steps. Then later on, we now look at how we can just use one single scenario to run all 4 tests, since they are quite similar. Thank you once again for watching. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Bye bye.